What's up, you guys? It's me with the Harley here. Today I'm doing a little bit of a comic book collection kind of video. I did the video with my shoes and you guys really liked that. And then I recently did one with my acrylic collection and you guys kind of liked that too. So without me losing my breath, let's get started. So right here, I'm just going to start this off because I think this one has the prettiest cover. This is my X-Men Origins and everything is falling over my desk. So this is my X-Men Origins comic. This basically just has all the origin stories for pretty much the main X-Men, like Cyclops, Jean Grey, Iceman, Beast, Nightcrawler, etc., etc. And I actually picked this one up just because I loved the cover. I thought it was super pretty. And I love X-Men. I grew up on the 90s cartoon, even though I wasn't born in the 90s. But yeah, I would watch this every day with my dad, and we would make macadamia nuts cookies together. I'm a huge fan of Rogue. I literally have this like little figurine of her on my wall. But yeah, again, I'm losing my breath for some reason. I don't know why, but that's just how I do it. But yeah, there's first off with the collection. Alright, so next we're going into this Harley Quinn series that I kind of showed in a previous video. But right here, so here's the first one. Sorry, I'm like, here's a book, and then that's it. But yeah, this is great. Definitely for somebody who kind of already knows Harley Quinn, but I love the series. I have 3 in it. I have to get the rest of it. This is number 1. This is called Die Laughing, Volume 1. And then the next one is called Joker Loves Harley. And this is Volume 2. Super cute. I like how I'm like cute and it's like an abuser. Yeah, and then here is the 3rd, and this is Red Meat. And if you guys want me to read these to you like in an ASMR video or just, you know, etc., please let me know. You know how I love comic books. These are more graphic novels. I'm pretty sure you just call them graphic novels because they're like in a book form, but like, what do I know? I'm an idiot. Alright, and then next we have up, and this is probably my favorite that I have, and this is just volume 1 of Knightfall. This is the book where Bane breaks Batman. I'll read the back to you. The Dark Knight's deadliest enemies have escaped Arkham Asylum. The Joker, Two-Face, the Mad Hatter, the Riddler, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Killer Croc, Firefly, and Zsasz. One by one, Batman must face them in mortal combat, but lurking at the end of this seemingly endless gauntlet is the deadliest menace of all, a mysterious man-mounted known as Bane. Sorry I struggle with reading. I'm dyslexic actually, so apparently, because I was born in southern or northern Kentucky, I believe. I don't know my own origin. And then I was raised in Cincinnati, but apparently when I read, I have a twang that comes out if I read for long periods of time. I don't know, I just sound like every character. I should get into voice acting. But yeah, there's those. Again, if you want me to read any of these or anything like that in an ASMR video, please let me know. This is just like a comic haul or whatever. So we're gonna go on the next video. Okay, so now I'm starting off with this series that I like really am into, and this is pretty much a Batman series, and if you don't really know anything about Batman, I won't recommend first off reading this because it's like got a lot of characters that you may not know, but it's got like everyone basically in the Batman family, including Spoiler, which if you don't know who that is, I don't know what to tell you, like you're just gonna have to read. So this is Batman Eternal. This is volume 1. I love this. It's probably one of my favorite Batman stories. It's not my favorite, but it's one of them just because I love the inclusion of the Bat family. And it's just so intense, you know what I mean? But I really enjoy it. So here's the first one. I just want to show the cover. Alright, let's go to the next one. Sorry, I was like gonna do an ASMR video for this, but if you guys want me to do like an ASMR video including like my dolls, my comics, my shoes, all that kind of stuff, I'm really open to that. But for now, I'm just gonna show you. So this is the 2nd issue, I believe. Yes, this is the 2nd volume, and this includes all the issues, including the story. But yeah, I'm literally out of breath because I'm talking so fast. I never talk this fast. I'm about to come for James Charles on the speed talking. Alright, and then next up we have third issue. Looks so cool. I believe that's Professor Pig up there, Poison Ivy, like pretty much just all Batman's foes. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the daughter of Joker, Bane, Mad Hatter, Killer Croc, Professor Pig, Poison Ivy, Freeze, and then I think Scarecrow might be up here, but I can't really tell. But yeah, oh my gosh. I love like just going through comics. There's one thing I love about Knightfall, just the graphic novel that I got compared to my other ones, is the paper in the book is literally like comic book paper. Like it's what the comics would have been made out of, whereas like the new graphic novels, they like got this kind of shininess to it, whereas this doesn't. Like you straight up are seeing everything, and I love that. Alright, next up, oh my god, I was so white right there, like damn. Okay, I have this Deadpool classic. This just basically has like the beginning of Deadpool in it. It's pretty cute. I like it. I love Deadpool. He's really fun to read. I don't have as many Marvel comics as I do DC, not because I love DC more, but because I have the Marvel Unlimited app, so I always am reading Marvel comics, so I don't have as many like in, you know, paper. And I try to get as many DC as I can while I have the money still, and then I just collect them and just read, you know, through them. But yeah, if you guys are like, I really want to get these comics, just go to your local comic shop. And also, like, I'm very much about supporting businesses, but don't get screwed over. If they're selling like Knightfall for like $80, like they're fucking you over. If you're getting, like, I got this one right here for $30. This was $30, and it's huge, and it takes a long time to read through. But yeah, so don't get screwed over, but definitely support your local businesses. Comics are dying right now, sadly. I do want to get some Miles Morales comics because I've been wanting to invest in that more. Just trying to broaden my collection. Okay, next up. Was that an orb? Is that an orb? Was that an orb? Cool. Is this grandma? I don't know. It's honestly probably like some hair that got like stuck in my lashes or something, and it's like, remember me? Anyway, oh my gosh. Oh, my eyelid. Okay, next. Okay, so next up I have a bunch in this series, so I'm just gonna kind of go through because this is actually my favorite, because this is one of my favorite characters. But this is Red Hood. If you don't know who Red Hood is the second Robin that Batman trained, and basically this is Jason Todd, and he died. He was killed by the Joker, and you know, it's just, he became back as the Red Hood. In different iterations, he was never buried, and he was put into the Lazarus Pit by Ra's al Ghul, or in some, it's Superman hit the space-time continuum and basically changed history, and in this like new timeline, Jason never died. There's all different kinds of continuities of it. I just prefer the one where Ra's al Ghul puts him in the Lazarus Pit, but then also again, like, Talia al Ghul kind of manipulates Jason Todd a little bit, so I don't like that as much because I'm not a big Talia al Ghul fan. She's just kind of a bitch. Anyway, but this is Red Hood. This is the Dark Trinity, and you can't really see it very well, but there's Bizarro and there's Artemis Grace. I love this. This is probably one of my favorite series. I love all the characters. I love the way it broadens them. I love I think it's called like the second wave of it. They have Starfire and Roy Harper is kind of like a couple a little bit. And I really like that because Starfire in a lot of iterations, she just is with people that don't actually really care about her. Like, I know a lot of people like Nightwing and Starfire together, especially in the DC AU, but in the comics, he just always wanted to change her. He never wanted to accept who she was as like a person or her culture, you know what I mean? And they've kind of showed a little bit of that in the DCAU, but not as much, you know what I mean? I think my Nightwing and Batgirl are probably the best mix up of that, but yeah. Sorry, I like comics, so I get really excited. Also, like, they, like, actually show her height. Because Starfire is, like, really tall. She's, like, 6'3". And they always, like, try to make, like, Nightwing taller than her in some, comics. Nightwing's not that tall. She's very tall. I like when they show that off. But, yeah, Roy Harper's short, too. He's, like, 5'8", 5'11", and in that spectrum. So, like, I like that dynamic. And she also helps him with his alcohol abuse. Okay. Next up we have is Who is Artemis? This is the volume 2 of this. Again, I like this. Just pretty much goes into Artemis's story and the character she's involved with. I'm not going to spoil it too much. If you don't want me to read these in ASMR or anything like that, you just go check them out. I also like to watch Comic Historian, and I can just, like, you can just watch or listen to the story, or, like, kind of like a summarized version of it. It's pretty good. Okay. Why am I talking so fast? Alright. And this is Bizarro Reborn. Somebody who, like, collects is like, oh my god, what did she do? And I'm like, yeah, I did that. Again, this one just kind of goes into the relationship between Nightwing and Red Hood, and it also, I believe, dealt with the Suicide Squad, if I remember a little bit. So Harley Quinn is in that, I believe. Really fun. Again, next one. And then this is Goodnight Gotham. This one is actually a pretty big deal in the story. This changes everything for the next wave. So, yeah. It's dealing with a lot of the relationships between Jason Todd and Batman in it. But it's pretty good. It actually, one of the things that I really liked about the Red Hood comics, Red Hood and the Outlaw comics, was there was a huge dynamic between, like, kind of a metaphor almost for Of Mice and Men. Is it Of Mice and Men? Is that what it's called, the book? Where, like, there's a scene in the comics where there's, oh my god, I'm gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. I want you actually to read it. But there's kind of a, parallel to it, if you know what I mean. I'm so terrible. I don't know what I'm saying. But, alright, and then here is the next wave. But this is The Redemption, Volume 1. And there's Starfire, Roy Harper. Yes. Yeah, sorry. I just love Red Hood. I actually wanted to cosplay as him. Obviously, I'd have to take these off because they'd be like, oh, are you Lady Deathstrike? I'm like, no. No, I'm not, but thank you. Yeah. So, I'm not done yet, but I'm, like, sitting here awkwardly because I just talk so fast right now. I don't know why I am. I usually am, like, very chill, but I think it's because I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, and I just haven't been able to because reasons. But yeah, comic books are cool. Next. Okay, so now we have this complete collection, Rogue. She has been through some work. I used to carry this one from work, or I would bring it up while I was, like, working at my job, and I would just, you know, read it and destroy it. But yeah, I'm such a Rogue fan. I think it's because, like, with me, like, I never get to see my fiance because he's in the military, you know what I mean? And, like, obviously I don't get to touch him. And that's kind of something that Rogue goes through. She really does struggle with, like, loving, and, oh my god, why am I, like, running out of breath? Oh my gosh, I should have powerful lungs. I don't understand. But she struggles with love and struggles showing emotion and stuff like that because she's just, like, kind of, like, caged in, I think. I think that's the best way to describe it. If you don't know Rogue basically, if she touches you, she takes your memory, she takes your power, she takes your thoughts, such and such. In recent continuities, she's kind of, like, grown, like, become super OP. And the Mrs. and Mrs., Mr. and Mrs. X, I have it, like, hanging on my wall. series, they kind of show that she can like literally like absorb the energy and thoughts and powers of like people around her. Like she doesn't even need to touch them anymore. Or sometimes she can like just choose what she wants to take. It's pretty neat. She also basically put Captain Marvel in a coma. Then she was Miss Marvel, but it's Carol Danvers. So, you know. But yeah, okay. So next up I have a 2 series. And I've been wanting to get this series for a long time, but I just love the way the cover looks. This is Injustice: Gods Among Us. This is awesome. If you played the Injustice video game, it's pretty much just the comic to it. But I just love the cover. It's so pretty. But this is a pretty dark series. So I don't know if I could read it on my channel, but it's pretty intense. But yeah, basically from what they were they've kind of reported, but basically the writers for this, they like basically DC was like, do whatever you want, and they like killed off whoever they wanted, and it's a pretty intense series. Basically it's kind of like what if Superman lost his mind, if you can think anything like that. But yeah, this is year 1 of that. Okay, next up, this is Injustice: Gods Among Us. This is year 2. I love this cover also. Like, I love the Green Lantern Corps. I always want to say corpse, but it's core. But I always want to say corpse. Basically, you know, fuck Superman, he's a dick. And then obviously you see Superman teaming up with the Yellow Lanterns. So that's never good. Somebody who's like never ever heard of comic books is like, what the is that? And then this is just kind of a short little comic that I got for my birthday. This is Deadpool versus Thanos. It's super cute. Definitely kind of a fun read. It's very tiny. But it's cute. And it's like, it was a joke, Marvel. I was joking when I said I wanted to fight Thanos. God, I'm such a dork. What am I doing with my life? Anyway. But yeah, I love Deadpool comics, but this is like really cute. But Deadpool's always fun to read. It's just fun. And then the last we have Carnage Classic. This literally just has the origin of Carnage in it. This one also kind of has the original, but it's also kind of got that shine to it, if you can kind of tell. Not like Knightfall. Knightfall is like legit the comic book paper. But this one like has any story, major story of Carnage. It's kind of hard to show because, you know, Carnage is a murderer, so it's kind of hard to show, but it's pretty dope. I love like anything Spider-Man. I don't have as many Spider-Man comics though, sadly. But I'm planning on building up my collection, but I just love reading these and looking at them. I know I don't have like the nerdy wall. I just have my bed in the back and then some paintings and stuff, but I assure you I like them. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to do today. Well, I had to film like 3 other videos and then like save them but keep them unlisted, and then I got it on my Patreon and such. But thank you guys for watching. I know this is not really what I usually do. It's not really nails related, it's not really ASMR related, so I really hope you guys liked it. If you want to see me do anything surrounding comic book stuff, please let me know. I'm working on doing streaming, so I wanted to do a playthrough of Arkham City and Arkham Asylum for you guys. I really love that game. It's probably one of my favorites. I love Arkham Knight, but they use the tank so much that it gets like really annoying, and I suck at defeating the Cloudburst, so yeah. But I really love this. I love doing videos like this. If you want me to do anything surrounding it, please let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I hope you guys have a good day. Peep my system shirt. But yeah, have a good day.